Hey, YouTube, Jared Fuller here. Happy New Year to you. There was something very important that I needed to address to you. I want to make this quick video. This is specifically targeted at parents of kids fighting cancer or childhood cancer survivors or even bereaved parents. People who are directly involved in the childhood cancer world. Now, I wish the absolute best for you in the years to come. Naturally, of course, that's a given. But there's something very important that I need to get you people to understand. And that is, as you're coming into the new year, we're all starting fresh, we're starting over, we're turning over a new leaf. But there's very important information that I need to get out to you. And that is, you have to be very mindful of who you come in contact with, people who claim to be advocates and people who claim to care about your kids. You need to be very extremely mindful of people like this. Because I'm telling you, they do not have your best interest at heart. They can pay your bills, they can give away free money, they can tout about how cool and how famous and how popular they are and how amazing they are. They can do that on social media where it's easy to ostensibly get people to fall prey to that, because you can control anybody with money. Everybody knows that. But you have to be very careful, and you have to kind of sit back and observe. You have to just watch how people behave. You have to understand that some people will do anything, and that involves exploiting your child to make themselves look good. I don't care for people who exploit children. I don't care for people who are constantly using people's kids, and they are preying on people's vulnerability to make themselves look good and heroic and big and macho, especially on social media, like I said, where it's easy to do. You have to be aware of this. You have to take a mental note. I don't care if they donate $1 million. I don't care. You have to be mindful. You have to be careful. Because not everybody is out for your best interest. They really only care about making themselves look good. They only care about the popularity and the notoriety and just the simple, look at me, aren't I so good? Aren't I so important? Aren't I so special? You have to avoid people like this. Because if they really and truly gave a damn about your kid, they would just help your family and move on with their day. They wouldn't have to broadcast it to the however many thousands of friends they have on social media by saying, look who I helped today, and gee, I gave them all this money, and oh, I paid their mortgage. Oh, I paid for this, I paid for that. Oh, yeah, by the way, I did this. Those are the kinds of people you have to avoid. I don't care that they did something good for your family. I really don't. Because if they really and truly had your best interest at heart, they wouldn't need to go on social media and plaster it all over social media. And I know what people are thinking, well, Jared, but how can you inspire anybody to want to do better? Well, let me tell you something. We are adults. We are old enough to know right from wrong. We are old enough to understand intuitively that helping people is good, and not helping people also may be good depending on the circumstances, but not helping anybody doesn't do anything either. But when you do help people, you get a good feeling because you help make a difference in somebody's life, which is awesome, right? It gives you that good feeling. I've had that feeling many times. But I never exploit the people that I help, especially their children. This is not just coming from someone who's a childhood cancer survivor. This is coming from a fellow human being who understands integrity and dignity and self-worth. If you're going to allow someone to manipulate you with money and gifts and what have you, and then they plaster it all over social media, then you have gotten yourself involved with someone who really and truly does not give a damn about you or your family. They only care about making themselves look good. And it's something, I know it's going to go through one ear and out the other. And, That's not my problem. That's something you have to work out on your own. I love my friends and my family, but you know what? There comes a point where somebody's got to say something. And starting the new year, the new decade, whatever, you people need to understand that not everybody out there who calls themselves advocates, and mind you, these aren't people who are necessarily directly tied in with childhood cancer. They've never had to have chemo. They don't have kids who have had to go through this, or they probably don't even have kids at all. But they are using this because children tug at people's heartstrings. They are using children as a medium to make themselves look good, and you have to make a decision as to whether or not it is more important to save your dignity or to sell your soul. That choice is up to you. Much love and Happy New Year.